well, kia ora everybody.
Are you too focused on your
That's
attack?
pretty relentless messaging.
Do attack ads actually work, or are they just desperate?
Did you miss a chance? Did you bring enough fight? He wants to ban cell phones in schools, but he says not the same for fizzy drinks. What did you make of that?
Is recycling really all you're doing to reduce emissions?
Did you miss an opportunity to wrong-foot Christopher Luxon?
Is the government going to come in and offer any assistance to the community there?
I've got some questions
It
about.
wasn't your intention, you wanted to go in there and have a debate, but why didn't you go in there and try and foot Luxon? I mean, there was a massive TV audience. Wasn't it the perfect setting for that?
Was it part of your strategy not to let him dig his own hole, as it were, as opposed to you interrupting more? Is that part of the strategy in your thinking?
When you announced the $6 billion fund in the budget, it was called a slush fund.
And it's a tax St Labour's basically effectively in bed as against.
They haven't had the attention that they should have had. Do you accept that?
If both you and Christopher Luxon said last night that you don't want to see cannabis decriminalised, why is that? 80% of New Zealanders at some stage smoke pot, right? Is it really reasonable to still be arresting you?
There's a real opportunity.
I know,
Speaking of everyone expecting positive feedback on the government's assistance over the cyclone, what do you reckon? Would Gisborne be a good place for it?
Gisborne, sorry, what's that?
Why isn't decriminalising cannabis not a priority?
So it's kind of an expected but brutal outcome of the reform, is it?
So, but how much of a restraint would that place on your operating allowance? And what are you going to do to close the medicines gap with Australia?
Do you do any debate prep with pretend Chris Luxon?
Is that friend Grant?
Did anything surprise you about Chris Luxon compared to your friend acting as Chris Luxon?
Sort of hands on the levers of power and access to money at a time when the region needed it and then abandoned it?
Tamati repeated a number of times push for cush. Do you think that could potentially confuse people on your position on decriminalisation?
No.